No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's bringing your cat suit there.
Get off me.
I'm the wrong nigga.
Wait a minute.
I'm the wrong nigga.
Wow. Did you hear that? That's why your dick stink. That's crazy.
They said, well, they're bringing you on.
Yep.
Because of what they're going through, so you will look worse than them.
Fist. He already threw hands. Girls get castled or Frank castled for less. Why is she still in there?
If we remember correctly, the initial show that you had with them, she put her breast in your face.
So I think they brought you on to get pressure off their back.
No, David, I believe Fresh set the whole thing up. I believe he set the whole thing up, and that's why I want to confront him. I said this exact words to him. He said, I was live, I took it down. I responded, it don't matter. What you did was some bitch shit.
I guess it looks like Tommy's getting assaulted again. Once again.
But I do gotta say this before we start, man. I gotta make apologies to Tommy because last night I went live on Instagram, right? I showed more than I should have showed, and I got apologies to Tommy because I shouldn't have showed those texts. That was my bad, bro. As a man to man, we had that talk. That was wrong of me to do that. So I want to publicly apologize to you on the air. I'm sorry for that, bro.
But yeah, man. So all the people out there trying to say, "Oh, Tommy's mad at FreshandFit," whatever. Come on, guys. Like,
there's a misunderstanding. Yeah, we talked about it as men behind the scenes, and yeah, we're cool.
And when I got there, he put me and my friend on this little TV show, right? So this little Netflix show. So we watching it, and out of nowhere, like, put back his hands on the couch and it was like, so y'all ready for this? Y'all ready to make some content? Me and my friend looked at each other and we died laughing because it was just random. Like, it's late night horny. You ready? Fuck now. It's not gonna happen. You shit me? So, boom.
And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3-time author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. All right.
Yeah, and I'm really not trying to offend you.
So I'm about to share this video with you of what happened over the past 24 hours. This happened, I think, last night, so you're gonna see a lot of people talking about this, but I'm gonna do my own analysis of it. My analysis, you're not going to find this anywhere, okay? I love the FreshandFit platform because it's another platform where we can see real life examples, real time examples of what to do and what not to do. And in this time, we have Tommy Sotomayor was on there as a guest. I think it's 3rd or 4th time now. He's been there consistently. He's been down in Miami hanging out with this young man, and we know that this young men attract a lot of ladies, right? They attract them. They solicit for them, but they also attract them. It's not easy for them to do what they do, right? So I want to give them the kudos for running such a platform. But nonetheless, there's a lot of stuff going on that we should not do, right? And we're going to talk about those things. And as much as it may seem like entertainment, Yeah, bullshit, cap, right? Let me put the cap on really quickly. Cap, right? So let's get into it. You know, this is what happened. I'm gonna play for you what happened. Okay, there was a brawl, there was a fight, and in what I've heard recently is that Tommy Sotomayor is actually filing a lawsuit against this young woman. So let's just play that, and let me play for you really quickly. Let's play.
Deadass, pull that shit out.
And she's a porta potty.
No, I'm not a porta potty. Tell me what nigga shitted on me.
Shut up.
Tell me
Jesus
what nigga
Christ.
should know, cause it's
You
the
want
truth.
people to know. You
You're
are
mad.
wanting to let somebody know I tried to fuck you. This is
mad
stupid.
because
Because
I
why?
followed
Because
him,
why?
Wait,
and
sure,
I didn't fuck him.
So I don't know if you heard that. He said, "You're the only woman that let people try to know that I tried to fuck you. This is stupid." I'm not worried about that detail, okay? That's neither here nor there. Anyone can try to fuck anyone, okay? It's bullshit. We're humans, okay? We're adults. The problem here, I don't know if you follow me long enough. The problem that I see here, okay, is the problem that I see here is the argument. It's a man who clearly does not understand women enough at the age of 40 something, and he's still actively arguing with women, regardless of the reason. Okay, I don't care if you're trying to hold her accountable. Bullshit. If you find yourself arguing with women, somebody said, "Oh, the only way to win the game is to not play the game." Nah, nigga, it's actually to play the game, because we're humans, and the way you play the game is not by arguing with women. Okay, now this could be your wife, this could be your, I don't know, somebody that you're intimate with, right? So in that way, it's not as simple as just not arguing, because if you make her feel dismissed, that's not going to work in your favor either, if this is the person you care about, right? So it's a little bit bigger than just avoiding the game. Okay,
OnlyFans. I didn't want to fuck you.
Is your weave that tight today, ma'am?
is your weave that tight today, ma'am? As usual, Tommy Sotomayor is undefeated when it comes to trying to roast a person. He's roasting her, but she's louder, right? He's roasting her, but she's louder. I'm gonna take you to the backstory of what led to this, by the way. This just didn't fall out of the sky. It's a game. People try to act like, oh, women are just masculine and it just fall out of the skies. No, there's a backstory, a 14 minutes worth of backstory that led to this, and we're going to unpack that. But I just wanted to show you what we're talking about before we go back to that, okay?
Money
Is
in
the
real
glue
life.
fucking with you?
Niggas pay me. Do you hear me?
This bitch
I
is
didn't
drunk
need
and
this.
acting
I'm
stupid.
not drunk. I'm dead ass not drunk.
You dead ass.
He said it's the glue fucking with you. The glue to the weak, I guess. He's actively engaged in shaming, insult, right? But it didn't start like that. It didn't start like that. It all started with mansplaining. A man who is actively trying to explain himself to a young lady with the obsession to the need to be right. Okay? With the need to be right. Now, if you don't feel guilt in yourself, why do you engage in so much energy that you have to be right? Right? Okay, it's all entertainment. It's not that deep, Ola. You're right. But there's a real lawsuit that has happened, or that is allegedly happening, or happened already in the last 24 hours. Okay? Let's keep going.
It's drunk and
I'm not
stupid.
drunk. I promise to God.
That
I'm
weave
not
too
drunk.
tight and you need a different kind of
God
glue.
knows I'm not drunk right
Chris,
now. God
Dumb
knows.
son of a bitch. Just up here just being
you're
ignorant for no
dumb.
reason.
No. He not finna try to play me on
Who's
the fucking-
playing you, stupid bitch?
No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody.
He said, "What's playing you? What's playing you, you stupid bitch?" I just want to make sure that you heard that part. Now they were sitting with each other. They were sitting right next to each other, right? And excuse me. Next time I'm gonna try to bring hot water. This is just all wrong. I'm getting used to this, so sorry. Who's playing you, you stupid bitch? Right? And now she's about to push against him, right? And I think there's a bodyguard that already ran down to that spot. I think it's one of the crew members, right? Does this look familiar? Does this look familiar?
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Get off of me, nigga! What's wrong with you, nigga?
Come on! Where my glasses?
Get off of me before I drop your goofy ass again. Now beat that, bitch ass nigga. Pay for this shit. Hurry up.
No,
Pay for that shit and hurry up before I drop your ass again. Touch me, then I'm gonna drop
stop
you.
video for they
Quit
help
touching
me. You got my key.
Quit touching me,
help
bitch.
you.
No,
help you.
Now, to be clear, I always try to be clear about this. I'm not saying that he's a feminine man. I'm saying he was a feminine man in that moment. Okay? I don't believe in such a thing as a feminine man, as a like absolute, right? I don't believe in calling people out on that. If you're a feminine man, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. If you're a beta, if you're a beta, there's nothing wrong with it. But it creates certain types of results that you need to be aware of. That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm just bringing light on it. So if this is the kind of result you don't want, then obviously you want to make sure you're maintaining frame. You want to make sure you're maintaining your masculine frame. And that's only when we're talking about your interaction with a lady, okay? So maintaining masculine frame when you're talking to another man, that's not what I'm talking about. Or when you're talking to a person you don't give a shit about, I'm not talking about that either. By the way, you can still attract a masculine energy from a woman, even if you don't care about them, okay? But it is what it is. These things are this principle is undefeated. People say, oh yeah, why you always bringing this masculine, feminine shit? Because it's undefeated. Because this shit is real 100% of the time. And I'm going to keep doing that. Okay? All right. So let's talk about how we got into that space. Like that just doesn't fall out of the skies, right? Life is about principles. There's causes and effects, right? Yes, with you have good intentions, okay? This morning we were talking about Kanye West. I have another video where I reviewed the Kanye West. Please make sure you go back and watch that, right? Where I talk about Kanye West, and I was watching Sir Hill's platform earlier this morning, and it's this young lady that kept saying, "Oh, you know, you never know his good intentions," because he brought this truckload of flowers to Kim Kardashian, right? Listen, your good intentions are overrated. I keep telling you, especially as a young man, your good intentions are overrated. Overrated, okay? All right, you don't deserve any special accolades because you have good intentions. Your good intentions has to be backed by wisdom, has to be backed by what kind of effect are you creating on the other end? Is she feeling more embarrassed, right? And then she goes and say, hey, Kim Kardashian is the type of person that may not feel embarrassed about this type of, no, she's not. Not when she's already tired of the relationship. No, she's not. Anyway, back to today. Things just don't fall out of the skies. People just don't file for divorce 80% of the time. There are things that transpired. And if you're not aware of that, you're not going to solve the problem. I know you want to solve the problem for the community. I get that. But you're not going to solve the problem for as long as you keep a cap on your head about the fact that these things just don't fall out of the skies. Life is about causes and effects. There's a principle, there are things, and especially majority of it is the emotional part of it, the feelings. Majority of it. All right? So please, let's remove the cap. Let's get into the details of what's going on here. Let's get
That's what I was trying to tell her. Like, I was going to say that was going to be my closing. Anybody that knows me knows I like a conversation for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
At the,
You tell me, and I'm really not trying to offend you.
if you start off saying that, you are.
She said, I'm really not trying to offend you. That's very true. When people say, with all due respect, or they say respectfully, that means they're about to disrespect you. Have this at the back. Should I have to tell you this? Just have this at the back. Things like this, have that at the back of your mind. Does that mean you should be defensive about it? No, just know that at the back of your mind. Because your ability to maintain your core, even when people say, I don't really want to offend you, right, is part of your responsibility. Sorry.
I hope that you really don't feel that type of way.
I don't feel like that's what I was trying to tell her. Like, I was going to say that was going to be my closing. Anybody that knows me knows I like a conversation for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
At the end of the conversation, I'm like I was in debate club. When you get through.
Now, this is the last 14 minutes of what transpired. There's probably, because this guy have like long streams, it's probably almost 2 hours, more than an hour of events So I want to acknowledge that first of all. So make sure that we understand that we are out of context here, okay? But we're gonna get enough. I promise you, okay?
With it, you shake hands. When you get through playing basketball, you don't get mad because you won or you lost. It's a part of the competition.
Okay.
We are supposed to be here to entertain, enlighten, and educate a little bit.
Okay.
And so when I was talking to her, I was just trying, and the same with you or anybody else, I challenged them.
Yeah.
You should want to be challenged if you're having a discussion. Why is it that we can only talk to people who agree with us?
Facts.
Facts.
That's what's making America like
So can I ask
soft.
that question?
Yeah, go for it. That was your question.
No, it wasn't. So I don't know.
So let's first of all talk about what just happened, okay? He said, let's talk about, she asked, I don't know, how many minutes ago? She asked about a minute ago, can I ask you a question? I hope you don't feel offended, right? And then he goes on to mansplain himself for 1 minute on why he's okay. We have these conversations, blah, blah, blah. Need to be right. Bullshit. He could feel it. He's trying to protect something. He's trying to, whatever it is. It could be his own feelings. It could be her feelings. It could be he's trying to protect some kind of information. But we're going to find out in a minute here. And I like Tommy Sotomayor, by the way. I thought I did another review of the FreshandFit, their session on the session that they had with all the fellas, right? Please go and watch that because he was really good on that, right? But again, if you notice recently, when he finished mansplaining himself, a few of the ladies said fact, fact, fact. Some of you, when women say fact, 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 you're so quick to feel good about yourself, right? You're so quick to feel good about yourself when women say fact, 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 right? Let me see, there's a video here that I was trying to see if I could share earlier, right? Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second, 1 second. Let's see, other clips to react to. Let's see. There's a video. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. There's a video of a young lady who is a self-proclaimed pick-me. I always tell people, be careful with pick-me's. You gotta be careful with pick-me's, okay? Especially if they're self-proclaimed. All right, not that I'm not talking about the ones that come off as pick-me. If they come off as pick-me, they may just be actively trying to work on themselves. That's fine, you know. Let me see here. There you go. That's the video. I found this video. Right? They may be actively trying to work on themselves. That's fine. Everyone is on a journey, right? But you gotta be careful with pick-me's, okay? People that are self-proclaimed, at least I'm a pick-me. Let me show you an example.
A lot of women are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. When it comes to relationships, men are the prize. Yeah, I said it. Men are the prize. Men are the providers. Men are the protectors. Men are the stability. Men are the reason we're able to carry life into...
Listen, I feel good about this too. I like a woman telling me I'm the prize. But I'm always reading behind the scenes. What will make a woman, a modern woman, I could tell with her body language that she's just a modern woman like everybody else. What will make her feel the need to pronounce this out like this? I'm more so, if I was to engage her in a romantic way, I'll be more so concerned about that. Maybe not concerned, but be aware about that, right?
This world in the first place. Men keep us grounded and are able to build us up, us very emotional and sometimes illogical thinkers, into the woman God has called us to be. Unfortunately, so many...
Saying she's not saying nothing but the truth, facts, right? That's very true. Nonetheless, what is going on behind the scenes, right?
of our men have been incarcerated and so many of our men come from toxic households. Therefore, it's up to you to do your honest part to make sure that the man that you're interested in is actually a good man and doesn't just look
Another fact, she's absolutely correct about that.
good. A good man is a prize to the world because where would we honestly be without our men? A good man is a prize to a single woman struggling with...
You know what I like about what she's saying? She's saying a good man, not just random man, okay? She's saying a good man, right? All right.
4 kids on her own. A good man is a prize to a woman who didn't grow up with a father to know what love really is. Call me a pick me, at least I'm getting picked.
She said, call me a pick me, but at least I'm getting picked. Again, she's not wrong. As a matter of fact, I love it. I felt good about watching that, right? But be careful with pick-me's. Be careful, okay? All right.
I unfollowed you.
Oh shit!
The
But you gonna
only
refollow me?
Wait,
I will,
what?
But only if it's.
She says she unfollowed him. She says she unfollowed him, right? And now she goes on to explain why she unfollowed him, right? Wait. They know each other? I thought they all meet on this show, right? These are complete strangers just having a conversation. A debate, right? It's a debate. It's not really an argument. People say that sometimes. Like, nah, this is a debate. It's not an argument. No, you don't get to say if it's a debate or an argument. It's the energy in the conversation that will determine if it's an argument or a debate.
Convenient for me to follow you. So can you turn that shit off?
No, they can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so
They can hear you.
I unfollowed you because every time I go on my Instagram, I see you downplaying black women. As in to the point where I don't see no other race, but you always posting something about a black woman did this or what they were doing. And I'm like, nigga, you black yourself. What are you doing? So I got tired of seeing it. And I want to just say the one that got to me, the one that made me unfollow you, was the one that it was the one with the lady that had the wig or something like that. And I guess you know which one I'm talking about.
I don't, because I talk about.
Now, here's what's very, very smart about Fresh and Fit here. This moment, if this wasn't about showbiz, right, they would just stop and no, we don't want to get into that. Let's continue with the topic. But remember, he started playing that sound effect, and she made him stop, right? Because again, at the end of the day, let's be frank, these guys are making, I don't know, at least $100,000 per month on this platform right now. So this is about showbiz. It's about showing up every day and making sure they put this show on for people. Nonetheless, this is real time and there's real life stories transpiring. Let's not get that twisted.
Ladies in wigs a lot, so I was like, what?
Exactly, and they're all black. So it's just like, I was cool, you know, I was really cool, everything, but
what was it on there that bothered you? What was it about that post?
It was specifically, you were saying something about, I guess she was playing you or something. Somebody that reported your page. I don't really know. I unfollowed you about a week ago, so I really don't remember. It was around my dad's death, but I didn't want to see it on my TL because I'm like, damn, Tommy, like I thought you was better than that.
Better than what? Well, okay.
So she saw something on his timeline, on her timeline, posted by Tommy Sotomayor. She was already following him, right? But then she decided to unfollow him because she didn't want to see him always abusing black, just saying something shady or something sideways about black women, right? Well, if you follow Tommy Sotomayor, he's kind of known for that. He has his foot on their neck, okay? But the truth is that he's very critical about a lot of different topics. But of course, it only makes sense that she can only see what she can relate with, right? So she decided to unfollow him, right? And my response to this would have been like, I'm sorry to hear that, I'll do better. I know, that's a simp talk, right? I get it. See, again, because you're a little boy and you can't see beyond just this moment. All you can see is just making yourself good about this moment. That's why you think that's a simp talk, okay? See, I'm thinking as Tommy Sotomayor, I'm thinking $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month being jeopardized because of a stupid moment. I'm sitting right next to this young lady. I don't know what the hell she's coming from. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen. I don't know what she's capable of, right? Yeah, so I will not be dealing, right? I'm reading beyond just this moment in time, right? And guess what that makes you, if you feel the need to react because of now, right? Maybe you're the real simp. Maybe it doesn't matter if you're a simp or not, okay? It's okay for everyone to make their mistake, but I've had some experience in this life, and I know when not to move a certain way. There are moments for, yes, check a person immediately. There are moments for, oh, I don't mean that against the lady, by the way. But there are also moments where, which is majority of the time, where you just let something slide, right? And you just listen and look for ammunitions to defeat the situation. Not necessarily the lady, but the situation.
I explain it to people like this. One, I don't understand why black women get to tell a black man because you're black, you can't talk about this group.
You can't.
Well, hold on. If you go to ESPN, you're going to get sports. You're not going to get politics, you're going to get sports.
Oh, nothing but the truth and facts. He's saying absolutely. I'm not being condescending like that when I say that. I mean it. He's saying absolutely facts. And he's going to say more facts right now. But guess what kind of energy he's still going to attract, right? Not only that, is he being emotional right now? I mean, you get to be the judge. Is he being emotional or is he just spitting facts? He needs to spit it. Well, if the fact is sustainable by itself, if it's sufficient enough, there's no need for the veins on your neck to start popping out. There's no need for that level of passion, right? But we're humans. And that's all I'm trying to remind us, that we're humans at the end of the day. That's all. I'm not trying to remind of what's right and wrong. In fact, what is right is the fact that he's in his own lane and he's doing what he does, which is whatever. Check. Black women, black men, white women, whatever, right? But that attracts a certain amount of energy. Now, the problem is that there's a crisis that's effectively brewing here right now. And we're going to watch how he responds to it, because that's going to be everything. Okay? Now, granted, he's filed a lawsuit and he's about to put her in her place. Well, that's the one we see, right? That's the one we see. But let's keep going.
So when people come to me, they're going to hear me talk about what I think is the problem.
Okay.
I think we have a lot of issues, and I think they are starting with the idea of our women. So I will speak on that. Now, you can go to another guy and hear him young Pharaoh tell you about how black women are God and then cheat on y'all and beat you. You can go hear that if you want. But I think it's odd that you're willing to listen to somebody tell you how great you are and you kings and queens and how you're the most beautiful thing on the earth, but you're not listening to somebody say the other side. It's the same thing I was saying on the discussion. Why not hear more than one side? So you can go to somebody else and hear them tell you all the things that make you feel good. But if you come to me, I'm going to tell you the opposite.
So again, we're going to cap about why women would like to hear everything good about themselves and not bad things about themselves. Is that just women? I don't think that's just women. Okay, I encounter young men every day that have a hard time hearing the truth about themselves, that have a hard time hearing criticism. This is across board. That's every human being, including myself. I love hearing good things about myself more than I hear than hearing bad things, authentic or not, right or not, about myself, right? If I hear a real life criticism about myself, it makes me feel some type of way. If you come for me in the comment area, I have to brush my shoulders off because it actually affects me to an extent. Like, I actually care about what you think of me. I do. And that would be completely cap for me to pretend that I don't. Now, I can manage it. I can brush it off, right? Probably better than most human beings on this planet. But nonetheless, I'm human and I need to be aware of that. I need to protect my energy. So again, are we going to cap about not knowing why a woman will rather feel better when she's called a queen and not a bitch? All right, let's keep going. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Let's keep going. All right.
Because why do you need to hear that? And the last thing is, I grew up in a family, and most of us grew up around black folks. If you grew up with a black mom, a black grandmama, or a black aunt, it's funny how we listen to those who supposedly love us, talk to us and say, sit your black ass down, don't do this, slap you when you get. You can listen to your mama who had you talk to that way, but not a guy who you don't know, who you could simply unfollow. That lets me know a lot of people are soft. I can follow someone and I will argue, not you're black, so you can't talk about blacks. I'll say, does what you say have merit? I don't care if a white person's talking about blacks, because here's what's funny. You don't want a black man to talk about black women. But if a white woman did it, would you listen to that? Nope. You say she was racist. If anybody else did, so who can talk about it?
So my problem, I ain't gonna say problem. My whole debate is why you only target black? Like, I'm pretty sure.
Listen, nothing she's going to say is going to be logical. Can we be clear about that? She's not, especially the way he's reacting right now. When you react emotionally, you're going to attract more emotionalism, especially for women. That's the bottom line. Come on. You should know that. Okay? But let's be clear. I don't want to cap either. If I find myself in this situation where it's kind of like a heated debate already, aka argument, it is going to be just as extremely hard for me to get out because I'm human like you, right? It's going to be very, very hard for me to exit that situation. It's like cocaine. Well, I've never taken cocaine before, but it's like any kind of drug, right? It's like a high. You're on that high and you're enjoying the high, but you're not going to feel the pain of it until you're hungover in the morning, okay? You're not gonna feel the pain of it. In that high, you're gonna continue in that high. You know that something wrong is going on, but you're enjoying it and you stay in it. That's the same way arguments are, okay?
White people get on you too. Dominican people get on you too. Why you don't say something about them?
When I say
Come
white
on
women,
now. I know every race get on your ass. You're Tommy.
When I say white women got flat, I did a whole song about white women and they flat ass.
We ain't talking about no songs. We talking about your post.
Maybe
when I say something about white people, they eat it.
Yeah, because he's black.
They eat it. I can get up in front of a comedy set, and I've done it several times, made fun of the white people in the audience.
Oh, did you hear the young lady actually tried to rationalize with him? That fails too. It doesn't work. Okay? In the short term, it may feel good. In the long run, she's going to side with, if you made that woman feel some type of terrible way, she's going to take their side eventually. Maybe not. But bottom line is that it's not in your favor to get hung on the idea that somebody's enjoying what you're saying, factual, whatever, right? And they're saying, oh yeah, they're trying to rationalize with you. You got to be aware much more than that.
They eat it. They're not sitting around wearing their emotions on their shoulders, and white men don't go around talking about some call me king.
One of the worst things you can do is compare people. This happens in relationships too. Like people will say, hey, did you see this person act this way? They try to compare people. We don't like it when a woman comes to us and try to compare us to other men. That feels terrible, right? You don't want your woman to come to you and say, hey, why don't you act like this other person? No one likes it when you compare them. So if you're talking to a black woman, you're trying to compare them with white women, you're never going to get anything positive out of that. Nothing good it's ever going to come out of that conversation. I don't care if you're trying to hold them accountable. I don't care if you have good intentions. Nothing good will ever come out of comparing people with each other. You better come up with better ways to help them get better, okay, to behave better. If that's your intentions, right, you better come up with better. But comparing people, that's not going to work. That's always going to, because again, we're humans. We're not whatever. We're not your specimen in a lab, okay? Nobody likes to be compared.
Because we created the earth. There's only one group of people who keep giving themselves false praise. You want to get mad that somebody's talking about somebody wearing a wig.
But we should have every right to feel that we
can, and I have every right to say what I, but listen what you just said.
He's right. He has every right. Everyone has every right. Women have tendencies to tell you that if you don't do this thing, I wouldn't do this thing. All women do that, okay? Most women I've ever encountered, they will say, hey, if you didn't do anything wrong, she wouldn't do anything wrong. But that's actually bullshit, right? We know that. But the question is that who's going to have the last word? Are you actively competing to have the last word in that argument? Oh, sorry, heated debate. Are you? If you're doing that, you're going to lose.
I don't go to other
you should know
stuff.
Our background.
No, but yes. So if I would speak on it,
so we should have every right to feel that way.
I speak on it because I know the background. So if you can go on your stuff and talk about how great you are, and I don't go on there and tell you you can't. Mm-hmm. Why would you follow me, see what I say, then come tell me what I can't say when you said you can say what you want?
That's true, though.
That's true. Again, he's speaking logically, right? But is that a logical thing to do when you're speaking to somebody that's caught up in their emotions and you're speaking in logic, right? Is that really smart to be speaking in a different language to a person that's speaking a different language? Again, when we try to use this, we throw those words around. We're being logical. She's been emotional. Do we dig in deeper enough to make sure that we're making sense? Right? Again, he just spit out a bunch of facts, right? And he tried to put a logic where you did this and I did that and I did that and I did that. But guess what? Just watch what's about to happen.
Say this. Black women love to say how strong they are. Mm-hmm. If you're really strong, other people's opinion shouldn't bother you that much.
It don't bother you.
You're the most
Oh, she said it don't bother you. Now, do you believe that? I don't believe that. right? Now it's kind of funny that his actions is going to continue in the direction that he believes her, because she just kind of agreed, right? Oh, since you agreed with that, let me give you the next point of contention. It doesn't work. Gentlemen, it doesn't work. It will work.
You're the most
But why would you want to talk
unbothered
about
people
your
on
own
earth.
race?
They're not. Listen, see what you're saying? Why would you want to talk about your own race? But if I sit there and said how great they were, you wouldn't say, why would you want to talk about your own race?
The only thing that's going to work right now is that Fresh and Fit will get more popular. That's it, okay? Nothing else is going to work. I guarantee you, okay? The only thing that will work right now is that Fresh and Fit will get more popular. The same way Jerry Springer is getting more popular. Well, it's still getting more popular. Well, it's a big name, right? I don't know if it will get more popular, but you get the point, right? But the idea that you're going to get this point across to this young lady right now, that's not going to happen. She's not hearing you. Because you guys are speaking two different languages. All right? You're both speaking in emotions, by the way. But nonetheless, when you dig deeper, it's two different languages.
Exactly,
so all I can do is big up a group of people?
I wouldn't.
So all I can do is big up a group of people? You got to go to somebody else. Go to another dude who talk and big you up. I won't, because it's not my job. You live in America, but you can talk bad about America. They don't kick you out.
He said,
just miss the logic.
So she missed the logic, right? Because you two, you're caught up in emotions. Because if you're being logical, you would not be having this conversation in the first place. Okay? So of course she missed the logic. In fact, everything that's transpiring right now is very logical. You're building energy, right? And it's building. And the conversation is building. You're getting exactly what you deserve from this young lady. All right? So no, did she miss the logic? I mean, we can argue that if she missed the logic. I think she's matching the energy, right? Are there other women that will not match that energy and they will back off? Yes, but is that really what you want? You want the women to be leading? Is that really what you're asking for? If that's what you're asking for, then mission accomplished.
Completely missed the logic.
Shay, what he's saying is that no one is above criticism. Regardless of where the criticism comes from, if it's a valid critique, a fact is a fact that does not change based on who's necessarily said.
They never argue what I say. It's just I'm black and I can't say it, which is a childish argument.
You can say
a
whatever.
midget can't talk about midgets because he's small.
So listen, it's making all these analogies, right? And it sounds factual. I mean, it sounds like it makes sense, right? But let's see how much sense it makes based on the result it's going to continue to create here, right?
A fat girl can't talk about fat girls because she's fat.
That's a good comparison.
It gets silly.
Oh, another young lady agreed. There's a good chance that she's not fat, I guess, right? She says, that's a good comparison, right? And he's probably dumb enough to feel good about that, right? And continue in that same direction, right?
And like I said, when I brought up they're American, they were born in America, but sat right here and dissed the American government and said, all they do is lie. So you can but you're American.
Okay.
But don't we all do that to a large extent? We all do that to a large extent, right? So why the surprise? Why is Tommy Sotomayor surprised about what is going on right now? Because he's human like the rest of us. He's on that high. He's high on his own supply, right?
My point is...
And if you know anything about drugs, if you're high on your own supply, it's definitely going to self-destruct. Absolutely. It's the same thing as the need to be right.
Why every time I get on Instagram, you're the only person that's saying the same thing about black women, though? Like, you're the only one. Like, they people say what they say about Fresh and Fit, but I don't see it every day on them. Every time I go on my Instagram, you're just specifically only targeting black women. And I didn't like that because I'm like, damn, it ain't that deep. You don't got to go that hard. So what, somebody says something about you, that don't mean you got to do a whole post about a black person.
This is a very good spot right here to give out the last word. I'm going to give you the last word. One of the things I like about Star and Buckwide is that he actually says that out loud. Like that. I'm going to give you the last word. Right? Give her the last fucking word. But guess what he's doing? You could watch him. He's browsing his phone, right?
Listen, I'm pretty sure white people...
What is he looking for on his phone? Let's see. Let's see what he's looking for on his phone.
Dominican people,
Got a post about a white girl right
people,
there.
everything say about you.
Is he diminishing them or perfecting them?
He literally tagging the people.
It's diminishing or perfecting them. Another young lady tried to rationalize for men. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. But guess what he was looking for on his phone? He was looking for receipts. Men that look for receipts, men that keep receipts. This shit is consistent. Just look around you.
People.
If you
Whoever said that.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I ain't gonna say you're tagging,
See,
but
that's
you're
what I'm saying.
putting
Now
their
you're just gonna
picture.
keep saying
You're putting
things.
their picture on there.
So you get. I'm looking at my.
You
I'm looking
are.
at my Instagram right now.
And I
My
follow.
own Instagram.
I
Do
dead
you
ass
have logic?
unfollow.
Do you
I
have
don't
like?
follow, but I'm
I'm
looking at
gonna
my
tell-
Instagram
the
right
only
now.
way
and
that
scroll-
Why is he looking at his Instagram right now? Why is he looking at his Instagram right now? He's a need to be right? Why? Why does it need to be right with this lady? Why can't he just be confident in himself that he's already right? And rightfully creating his own show, his own content. Why? Oh, because he doesn't want his name dragged in the mud. Does he really care? I don't think so. I think there's only one reason. He's caught up in the emotions of this moment.
Felt
My
some way
Instagram.
is because it's
Because
like
you
it's
saw what you
no
wanted
other
to see.
race you go so hard on but your own kind.
Because he cares.
Listen.
If he cared, he
If
wouldn't
it-
go.
Because he cares. He cares. Calling cap on that. Does he really care? Does he really care? He cares about his community. I mean, you tell me, does he care? Right? For me, I don't think so. Right? Maybe to an extent. I mean, obviously, these are topics that he's passionate about, right? He wants black women to change, right? Again, good intentions are not good enough. They're overrated, right? Good intentions are good. That's it. There's no entitlement that you can attach to that. Okay? That's it. Now, you have to move in wisdom, right? You will have to move in wisdom, or else you will end up blaming yourself, okay? And then you camouflage that as blaming the other party.
So hard.
You don't
on
tell me how to do what I do. I got my psychology degree. You didn't. So if
Okay,
you wanna
but I
I've
did
helped
study
more
psychology,
I've
so
helped
I know
more
the
people
difference.
than you. I've had more people say I've changed.
He has psychology degree. Is that the first time you hear stuff like that? I hear that all the time. I got a degree. I got this. I went there. I worked at that. I used to work at this place. Because of that, I think I can tell you. No, it doesn't mean shit. The only thing I can tell me is your actions and the results that you're creating. Okay? You can have all the degrees in the world, right? Now, I think Tommy Sotomayor, I have to say that. I think he's a smart guy, but being smart is not enough. Good intentions is not enough. High IQs is not enough. Being a nerd is not enough. Being Mr. Nice Guy is not enough. You have to tell me more. You have to do more. And that's not just you. That's the rest of every man that will go through this planet, that will go through the society we live in right now.
Of course,
their life and
you're
save
30
their
something.
life.
I'm only
No,
25,
actually
but I'm
40
very
something,
smart
but I
and
did it
wise
with-
for my age.
The point is, do it your way. Don't.
She said now she's starting to really go in hard on shaming him, right? And insults, by the way, right? She said, you're 30 something and I'm only, how old is she? Let's get that. We got to get that.
Than you, I've had more people say I've
Of
changed
course,
their
you're-
life. My Instagram right now.
And I
my
unfollow.
own Instagram.
I
Do you
dead
have-
ass unfollow.
Do you
I
have
don't
like?
follow.
You know why she keeps saying, I unfollow? And I unfollow because she's trying to insult you. She's trying to stink. She's trying to make you feel the pain. What kind of person is trying to make you feel the pain? A person that's caught up in an emotion. That's how that works. Okay? That's how that works. You're trying to inflict pain on me right now? Emotional pain, emotionalism? Well, I'm going to do worse. And you cannot win this game. You're right, gentlemen. You can't win this game with women. With a typical woman, you're always going to fail. So if you know that you're going to fail, you know, if you're entering a battleground, I learned this from one of my boys on Clubhouse yesterday, actually. It was a good reminder from him. You have to make sure that you position yourself to win. You have to make sure that you prepare the battleground, the right battleground. Why do you put yourself in a context where you're going to lose anyway? Why? Okay? Especially if this is not your show. If this was your show, Tommy Sotomayor, I would be perfectly okay with it because you were creating a type of content, just like Kevin Samuel does, right? And you're doing that, and you have a message that you needed to pass, whatever. And she's not in a phase where she could be insulting you. She could do that on social media, online, all she wants. But when you're sitting right next to a person on a show that's not really yours, and you're there to get some clout, yeah, I'm not sure if that's the right move, right? Let's keep going.
But I'm looking at my Instagram
The
right
only
now
way
and
that I
scrolling
felt
my
some way
Instagram.
is because it's
Because
like
you
it's
saw what you
no
wanted
other
to see.
race you go so hard on but your own kind.
Because he cares.
Listen,
If he cared, he
if
wouldn't
it-
go so hard.
You don't
on
tell
it.
me how to do what I do. I got my psychology degree. You didn't. So if
Okay,
you wanna
but I
I've
did
helped
study
more
psychology,
I've
so
helped
I know
more
the
people
difference.
than you. I've had more people say I've
Of
changed
course,
their life and
you're
saved
30
their
something.
life.
I'm only
No, I'm
25,
actually
but I'm
40
very
something,
smart.
but I-
She's 25. Keep in mind that this young lady is 25, right? She's 25, and Tommy Sotomayor can basically be a father to this young girl, right? That doesn't mean you can't smash. It's okay. This is real life. Sorry, ladies, right? But she's only 25. Why would I ever find myself in this kind of position with a 25-year-old? I'm 42 now. Yeah, I wouldn't be. If I have to, I'd rather just remove myself. You call me simp all you want, okay? I'll be a simp, a winning simp all day long, okay? All right? The only thing, well, I'm a married man, so I would not be doing that. But if I wasn't, right, the only thing I'd be doing with a 25-year-old is smashing. That's it, okay? Gracefully, bowing out. She gets to go home, and I get to go about my business because I'm serious like that. I'm about my purpose like that. Okay? There's no time for bullshit, right? Unless I'm a Kevin Samuels and I'm building like a 1 million subscriber base off of that. And that means she's not in my presence like that. Like she will be in awe of my presence, to be in my presence. But this is not a good look. It's not a good look.
Wise from my age.
The point is, do it your way. Don't tell me not to do it mine.
Of course. But I'm letting you know
But I didn't
you
care.
can go
But
a whole
I
different
don't
way
care.
about it.
But I don't care. You do it. If you
Obviously.
know how to build a house better than me.
Oh, there you go. That's the ultimate phrase. Once you find yourself in a space where you're saying, I don't care. I don't care. You might as well just tell me you care, okay? You need to tell your face. You need to tell your face. You need to tell your demeanor. You need to tell your mannerisms that you don't care because they missed the memo, right? Because clearly you care, right? You do. This goes for every one of us. If you find yourself in a heated debate, quote unquote, an argument, and you have to say, I don't care, you do care. I don't care what context we're talking about, you do care, okay? You care. Clearly you care, because if you don't care, this conversation will be over. You will give out the last word, you will keep it moving. You do care.
You build it. Don't tell me to do it.
Okay, but I'm just
Damn.
letting you know, if I'm only
But
time
there's
that
no
I see, if
reason
I'm
to.
going on my
I
Instagram,
don't care.
that's exactly
I
why
don't
I
care who
unfollowed
follows
you,
me.
because
I don't care,
I don't
though.
see nothing else but black
But
people
I
that you
don't
post on your
care.
page.
So
you don't
Jesus.
talk about no
I
other
don't
race.
care. Anybody that
And
wants to
that's
unfollow me,
perfectly
unfollow me now.
fine.
I will.
Let's dissect it. Every time you say I don't care, and then you combine that with Jesus, and then there's a vein popping out on your neck like that when you said that, you do care. You care. You tell your face, tell your body language that you care. Oh, sorry, that you don't care. Because they missed the memo, right? You would like to believe that you don't care, but you do care, right? This is very important, okay? Very, very important. The body language speaks louder. It's the universal language. Anyone can pick up and know that this man has lost respect from this woman. Oh, but why would he care about respect? But he does care. You don't care because you're watching from the outside. But if you find yourself in this position, you do care about getting respect from this young lady, but you've lost it. And then you're digging deeper and deeper hole for yourself, all right?
Say that. You can't follow my bank account. I'm still rich, so I don't care
It
what
don't
people
matter.
don't follow.
Money don't make nobody.
No, apparently it does if you do the shit you saying.
Watch the white ladies. Watch all the white ladies in that room. Look at the one in pink right next to Tommy Sotomayor right now. They're kind of done, right? Oh, by the way, all of them are effectively losing respect for him right now, right? Yeah. But granted, maybe he doesn't care about the respect.
You do for it.
Money don't make nobody.
You're gonna sit up there and talk bad about the thing that you talked up. Jesus, why wouldn't someone listen to you when you say, I understand you don't like watching it? Don't watch it.
That's why
I don't like gay porn.
nigga.
I don't go around looking for it.
Here's another thing. If you have to say the same point more than once, there's a good chance that your method of communication is not working. See, people talk about communication all the time, and what they usually mean is talking. Like, that's a form of communication. That's just one out of so many, right? One thing we know is that your body language communicates more and much more louder and effectively than your words, right? We know that for a fact, right? So if you have to use your words multiple times to say, they don't follow me, you said that more than one time, there's a good chance, right? Just a chance that that form of communication is just not working, right? Would that be logical now at this point in time to kind of like, slowly back off of that conversation? It's not worth it, right? Maybe not, because they're putting on a show too. So, and of course, Fresh and Fit is going to get more popular off of this, right? So, let's keep going.
I don't care. Okay, that's
I don't care. Jesus Christ.
I don't care. He just said, I don't care. Jesus Christ. If you have to say, I don't care, Jesus, and then you had Christ to that, and there's a vein popping on your neck as you said that, you do care. Or at least you need to communicate with your body language that you don't care. Something is missing. There's a disconnect in that person, right?
Obviously, you do. No, you.
Oh wait, he's now added another additional layer to. He had to say, "I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Jesus Christ, I don't give a fuck." There's a good chance that you care. Actually, I'm gonna declare you do care. Okay, you do care, and you've lost your self-control at this point in time, and it's gonna go down the rabbit hole. We're going to self-destruct all of this until we build it back up again, right? Let's keep going.
Obviously, you do, because look at how hard you're getting mad.
Dude, because you keep talking about it like I'm supposed to give a fuck. You unfollowed.
Obviously, you
had
care.
to announce it.
You know I don't give a fuck.
You had to announce it, sir.
Now she's facing him directly, meaning bring the smoke. That body language, if you look at this young lady, she's facing him. She's saying, I need all of the smoke, right? Bring the smoke. Pull up. What you gonna do about it, right? And she's saying, I don't care too, right? But she cares. Let's be frank. She cares. She's trying to make a point. Even though she's using emotionalism, she's using all the tools at her disposal, and she's going to win this game. Either we'll like it or not. She's going to win this game because he has a lot more to lose, right? It's manhood, right? It's status. Okay, maybe not money. It's gonna get popular, right? Maybe not. Okay, so who knows? Maybe he cares about putting on a show. I'm just saying, if you're a regular person, this is not what you want to be doing in your relationship, okay? You're going to create this kind of result and you won't make a dime. At least Tommy Sotomayor will get more popular and he will make money. You're not going to make any money and you're going to destroy your relationship, just so you know.
Of course, I'm going to announce
Jesus
it
Christ.
because that was the question.
Awesome. You sound insane.
No, you sound insane.
You're bothered by what I post. I don't give a shit what you
unfollowed
post.
because I didn't want to see it no
I
more.
don't give Jesus Christ. She don't understand.
Oh, by the way, the real story is not, we're not there yet. There's more to this story, okay? There is more, like people, like we know they both care. But the question right now is, why do they care so much, right? And we haven't found that out yet, right? Well, I found out because I watched it already. But you haven't found out yet. And I'm going to show you that they care, and we're going to be able to tell in a few more seconds here.
I understand 100%.
All right. Let me just mediate real fast.
I understand. Trust me. I understand.
Shay. Simply put,
I understand.
I will tell you this
I do.
because I still follow him on Instagram. He makes fun of everybody.
No, he don't.
He does. He does.
He don't.
He just
Now,
pulled up a couple.
No, he actually does make fun of everybody. But again, she can only relate with what she can relate with, right?
yeah, like, so whether he, I mean, I guess you can try to make an argument that he disproportionately insults black women more, makes jokes on them more, but he makes fun of everyone. And this is
Myron trying to put some logic on the conversation. He's trying to mediate. That's not gonna work. Let's watch it.
Put it like 50 cents.
The issue, like, if you don't like content, just don't watch it, and that's it. You know what I mean? You
And I unfollowed. That's why I don't watch it. But I just want.
But that's the logic part of it, right? We're missing the majority, the biggest variable in all of this, the emotions, okay? She unfollowed. Not only did she unfollow, if she really didn't care, she won't feel the need to let the person know, right? When people that tend to unfollow and block people online is because they're emotionally caught up. That's it, bottom line. You don't block people if you're not emotionally caught up, okay? And then especially when you go on to let them know that I blocked your ass because they haven't found out yet. Maybe they actually didn't care, right? At that point, because they're not, like, how many followers does Tommy Sotomayor have, right? So he probably doesn't care about you unfollow or not. He doesn't give a shit about that part, but he gives a shit about this moment because she's in his face, right? So, but here we go with Mara trying to mediate. Yeah, right.
To address him for it. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know he would be here tonight. I always wanted to question him that. He texted my phone and asked me and check up on me just to make sure that I'm good, and I respect that. But I don't reply because I simply don't respect him more because he's just the fact.
Here we go. Now she's talking about I don't respect him. Now a woman will lose respect for you and they won't tell you. If they have to tell you, yeah. But lose respect for him. But wait, we're getting some insights here. Do they know each other before? Oh yeah, they knew each other before, right?
That what he posts on the gram, and it's just like what you texting me for, and you do all this to try to play black women like they just always ignorant or don't fucking know shit. Like you can't do that.
Because he cares.
Period.
Think about it. Listen to what she
If
just
you
said.
care, you wouldn't downplay it. If you care, you wouldn't downplay it.
Now they're over talking to each other. Not only is quote unquote the mediator, what's his name, Walter, Fresh Prince, tried to mediate. He's also talking over them, right? Nothing good is gonna come out of this, all right?
He's trying to benefit in your image, though.
Can we just have this debate, please? Nobody else.
But you're not listening to me when I speak. You're telling me what I should be doing instead of asking me why I do it.
I asked you why.
And when I accept it, when I
asked you why, that was my first
even
question.
now, when I'm saying, when I say, I asked you why, and when I.
Oh yeah, right now it looks like they're about to settle the issue. Like, oh, it looks like it's calming down little by little, right? Yeah, right. Nah. All of that energy you created, see, energy is neither created nor destroyed, right? You have to get all the way to combustion. That means it transfers all the way into something else. Right now, we know that there's a word about lawsuits, like he filed lawsuits against this lady, right? Why? Because she ended up assaulting him, allegedly.
I asked you why, and I asked you why,
and I asked you why. Continue.
All right. So Shay, simply put, he makes his content. You might not like how he disproportionately makes fun of black women, but yeah, you have the right.
She keeps saying I unfollow. Okay, we know you unfollow. Mission accomplished. You would think, right? You would think mission accomplished, right? How come this issue is not over yet? How come it's not over yet?
To do that, I mean,
facts.
Yeah. So it's just a little, like it's like it's like if you don't like something, just don't watch it.
I don't. That's why I unfollowed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it, but I didn't know he would be here to ask him that question today.
Okay. Yeah, now
you get what I'm saying?
She wanted clarity. All right. Well,
so if she didn't care, when you see her today, when you see him today, right? You haven't seen him in 2 weeks, blah blah blah, whatever, right? You unfollowed 2 weeks ago, rather, right? And you didn't care. What you just do, hi. You keep it moving. Your body language, you'll be able to tell him that you don't care for him, right? But somehow you guys have been kicking here, right? But that thing is still there. You really wanted to say it to him, right? Which means you care, right? But they both care. Now we haven't found out exactly why they care so far. We're about to find out.
No, she doesn't.
I think that
she wants to be able to control the person. Because
I don't
want
to control it. I just want to know why.
If I wanted to know why a girl didn't want to date me, if she says it, that's the answer. Not to argue with this girl as she states it. You don't tell well what you should do. No, you shouldn't.
Tommy funny as fuck, though. It's really funny as fuck because like
Tommy is funny, and she's right now backing off a little bit, trying to lighten up everything, right? But this is not going away.
You get an answer to a question.
You know what I would not even get it into that
you got
subject.
an answer to a question. You asked why do I post what I post. You got an answer.
So bad, but I'm trying not to.
This is the most ridiculous shit in the world.
He talk about so many black people on his platform, but this nigga was trying to fuck a bad bitch like me.
Whoa. I think we're getting to it. But is she lying? Maybe she's lying. Let's see.
Like, stop playing. Like,
do you hear this shit?
He flew me to him.
And your friend.
Whoa.
And my friend.
And her friend. They got flew out. Where does Sotomayor live? Las Vegas somewhere? Where does he live? California? I'm not sure. Wow. I knew it. We knew it, right?
Your friend, why the hell are you sitting here doing this?
And you didn't fuck
why are you doing this?
What's she doing?
Look at FreshandFit. Just look at their body language. These motherfuckers are making fun. Sotomayor is, at this point, he's overstaying his welcome on the FreshandFit platform, at least for now. Okay, he's overstaying his welcome, and you know, Yoruba people say, "Ti onile fi apari isu alejo," right? Owele yani. That means if your host is already showing you that there's no food in the house, there's a good chance they're telling you to go home to your own house, right? Yeah.
You didn't fuck me. You didn't fuck me.
Why are you doing this?
What you doing? Niggas was trying to act
I'm telling you,
like niggas was trying to act like that.
Nigga was trying to smash. We can't judge him, right? She says she's bad, right? See, this is one of the problems. If you are actively on your social media platform, you're abusing or you come off as verbally abusive to black women, but yet you don't mind smashing, there is a big problem with that. And it's only a matter of time it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out, right? And then you're gonna look like a fool, right? Hey, I didn't say it is what it is, but again, if you put so much energy and passion into abusing certain group of type of women, it tells me you're obsessed, right? Remember what I said, resentment. I said that earlier. Resentment against a certain group of people, obsession with that same certain group of people is the same thing. It's essentially the same thing. The sweet spot is somewhere in between. The real truth is always somewhere in between, not the extremes. And it's kind of it still fascinates me how most people don't understand that, right?
In front of a camera.
How am I trying to act?
Nigga,
how am I trying to act?
We need the race.
How am I trying to act?
Let's be honest.
This is why black bitches get kicked out of clubs and shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, now he's shaming and insulting black bitches getting kicked out of club and shit. They do. I think all types of bitches get kicked out of club. Personally, I've seen all type of people get kicked out of club, but you know, maybe that's just my anecdotal experience. Let's keep listening.
Because it's the truth.
You're
it's
acting
the truth.
stupid.
I'm not acting stupid.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You were trying to fuck
Why
me.
are you getting so mad?
Now we're going into stupid. It's now actively insulting. He's now actively trying to match our energy. He's now become equal to a 25-year-old girl as a 40-something-year-old man. What do you think is going to come out of that? It's not going to be respect. It's not going to be submission, right? Not only is it not going to be respect from her, from other ladies on this platform. Look at this young lady in pink, this white lady sitting next to Tommy Sotomayor on the other end. Do you think she respects him? Do you think that's what's going on right now? Yeah.
Hey,
because you're being dumb. You're being ignorant.
I'm not being ignorant. It's the truth.
She said, I'm not being ignorant. But that's not it.
True.
Bitch, you flew to my house. You said you wanted to fuck. This is stupid.
I didn't
tell
left the
people you
fucking
said it.
messages where I said I
This
wanted
is
to
dumb.
fuck.
You literally.
So she flew to his house with a friend. She definitely was probably open to fucking. Probably, okay? But she probably didn't. It looks like nothing happened, right? And it's usually, if that will happen, it's usually because men would talk themselves out of the pussy. Because they talk too fucking much, right? The class clown, there's a place that the class clown get to that he start talking too fucking much and it turns off the woman, right? So I'm calling cap on her too, right? She didn't go there to say, hey, I don't want to do anything. She went there and then she realized that, no, I'm not going to do anything. That happens all the time. That's why, men, you have to make sure you stick to consent, because there's all kind of dumb women like this that will come out to your house and decide not to do anything. And guess who's to be blamed if you try to do anything stupid? You're going to go to jail. You're going to go to jail. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. She got flown out. Anything could have happened to her. This kind of girls, this lost people that are... They just randomly flew out to people's house because they're celebrities. If anything happens to her that weekend, you still could get in trouble, by the way. We just gotta be careful. I'm not judging him, but we gotta be careful. This sounds all types of dangerous. That happened long before the show, right? It's crazy.
did.
No, I did
Was
not.
the pussy good?
Yo,
You
this
told
is
me
stupid.
that we were going
This
on a
is dumb.
podcast for your
Yo,
show
this
on
is
OnlyFans.
ignorant.
Was the
This
pussy
is
good?
fucking dumb.
Oh, another situation where you're gonna get on my show. Just come over, let me fly you out. Well, that could be a reason why she flew out. But it's still dangerous, nonetheless. Remember what I said about the Trey Songz situation? You have to protect yourself. You have to make sure you record everything. And not only that, make sure you don't engage stupid conversations. There's no way Sotomayor, if you watched my video about Trey Songz, would have ever engaged this conversation at this level. You already is Tommy Sotomayor. There's no need to engage this conversation. There's no clout that you're getting right now that's gonna be useful for you, right? It's just terrible. It just confirms why you're so obsessed with talking about black women in such a negative manner. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're wrong, but now you have to redeem yourself from the idea that you just weren't obsessed with them. He has to redeem himself now, right? Crazy.
All the receipts in my phone. I can dead ass pull that shit out.
And she's a porta potty.
Now she's saying she can pull it out. She can pull receipts, right? And I bet he doesn't have any kind of receipts, right? Now she's claiming she can pull the receipts out. They take their phone. Like even FreshandFit, I have to give it to them because when these ladies come in the room, they take their phone. They take their phone, right? And that's the right thing to do, right? Especially this type of girls, you have to take their phone. But she's pointing at the phone wherever they put it. Like I can pull the receipts out, but of course they're not gonna let her do that, right?
Oh, I'm not a party party. Tell me what nigga shitted on me.
Shut up.
Tell me
Jesus
what nigga
Christ.
should know, cause it's
You
the
want
truth.
people to know. You
You're
are
bad.
wanting to let somebody know I tried to.
She said, "Shut up." Now, I am forced to believe that she didn't fuck him, but she almost did, or at least. Oh, there's another friend. Let's keep going.
Nigga is mad because I
Wait,
and I didn't fuck him on OnlyFans.
She said, "Nigga is mad because I didn't fuck him on OnlyFans." Now, it doesn't matter if she's telling the truth. What matters is perception. Perception is reality. Whatever you're picturing in your mind right now, yeah, exactly. Right? Exactly, right? But perception, whatever people are perceiving of what's going on right now, becomes the reality. You know, lies will become the truth in life. You need to understand that as a young man. Lies will become truth in life. That's why if you're one of those people that get stuck on saying that's just the truth, you're full of shit. You're full of shit, like the rest of us, right? Okay? You need to pay attention to everything else but fact and truth. Record facts. Yes, use facts in your favor. Get some insights from it. But there are bigger stories behind the scenes. There's a reason why you deem something truth. It's because you're using a moral compass of some sort, some kind of standard. That's why you're calling it truth. What if you're communicating or you get involved in a situation unequally yoked with a person that is operating from a different place and they haven't even realized it, right? How many times have you seen Christians think they're in the same place, but then they find out that they're completely not aligned, right? Yeah. Wisdom is a little bit deeper than knowledge, right? And there's no end to it. We're still learning. Always live humility. Always leave room. Humble yourself. Ask more questions. If something is not clear, somebody says something that's absurd, doesn't make sense, ask them further questions. As opposed to that's not true. What do you mean that's not true? See how I just asked you, what do you mean that's not true? I'm not going to assume because you said that's not true that I've gotten the full, complete information. Now I want you to tell me what you mean by that's not true.
I didn't want to fuck you.
Is your weed that tight today, man? Is the glue working with you?
Niggas pay me. Do you hear me?
This bitch is drunk and acting stupid.
I'm not drunk. I'm dead ass not drunk.
You dead ass drunk and
I'm not
stupid.
drunk. I promise to God.
That weed too tight and you need a different.
Oh, by the way, they do get drunk on that show. All of them. They're drinking. You see those red cups in front of them? They are allegedly drinking. I don't know that for a fact. But you can see this behavior. They obviously people are getting high, right?
God knows I'm not drunk right now.
Dumb son of a bitch.
Oh, she says she's not drunk.
This up here just being ignorant for no reason.
No. He not finna try to play me on
Who's playing you, stupid bitch?
No.
Now she's feeling played. This is what happens on reality TV shows. You think they just start a brawl? It's because people don't want to look like fools on TV, right? So it just escalates. And the producers know this. They know that, right? They make millions upon millions of dollars from doing that, right? So it's up to you if you end up on a show like that, and then, you know, you put all the control of your life in the hands of a producer. They will control the narrative, and you will still be responsible for it, right? Now she's standing up to him, right? And she's already doing "you stupid bitch" because he's pissed off as fuck.
Bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's running your cat.
Get off me.
Wait a minute.
All right, so I missed the part. There's a part where she kept saying, "That's where your dick stink." I missed that, you know. Let's see.
Niggas pay me. Do you hear me?
This bitch
I
is
didn't
drunk
need
and
this.
acting stupid.
I'm not drunk. I'm dead ass not drunk.
You dead ass drunk and
I'm not
stupid.
drunk. I promise to God.
That weed
I'm
too
not
tight
drunk.
and you need a different kind of
God
glue.
knows I'm not drunk right
Chris,
now. God
Dumb
knows.
son of a bitch. Just up here just being
you're
ignorant for
dumb.
no reason.
No. He not finna try to play me on
Who's
the
playing you, stupid bitch?
No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's running your cat.
Get off me.
Wait a minute.
I got all the receipts in my phone. I can dead ass pull that shit out.
And she's a porta potty.
No, I'm not a porta potty. Tell me what nigga shitted on me.
Shut up.
Tell me
Jesus
what nigga
Christ.
should know, cause it's
you
the
want
truth.
people to know. You
You're
are
mad.
wanting to let somebody know I tried to fuck you. This is
mad
stupid.
because
Because
I
why?
don't
Because
follow
why?
him,
Wait,
and
Shay,
I didn't fuck him on OnlyFans. I didn't want to fuck him.
Is
because
your
I'm not
weed
that
that
type of
tight
bitch.
today,
I
ma'am?
get money
Is
in
the
real
glue
life.
fucking with you?
Niggas pay me. Do you hear?
All right, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. That's a lot for me. That's a lot for me. Oh. Crazy. That's a lot. That is a lot for me.
This bitch is drunk and acting stupid.
I'm not drunk. I'm dead ass not drunk.
You dead ass drunk and
I'm not
stupid.
drunk. I promise to God.
That weed too tight and you need a different kind of glue.
God knows I'm not drunk right
Chris,
now. God
Dumb
knows.
son of a bitch. Just up here just being
you're
ignorant for
dumb.
no reason.
No. He not finna try to play me on
Who's
the
playing you, stupid bitch?
No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's running your cat.
Get off me.
Wait a minute. I'm the wrong nigga.
Wow.